Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Tammy. This is The Rusted Willow, and on my channel we do thrift flips and thrift flips and more thrift flips. We do DIYs, we do a little bit of Dollar Tree, but my thing is thrift flips and furniture flips.
Ignore my laundry going in the background. I had no idea it was that loud. Now let's get to flipping. I had this table, and let me tell you, it gave me a run for my money. Now, I bought this table brand new. When my ex-husband made me angry, I bought a whole house full of furniture. Because he wouldn't go with me to the furniture store to look at a dresser. Anyway, that's another story. So I have this oak table. My husband had redone it for his Grammy, and we did not do the middle part. We just did the round part because she didn't need the leaf. So I am trying to get the clear coat off of the top, which I just should have used stripper and not even worried about it, but I was wanting to sand it down, make sure I had a really nice smooth surface. So that's what I did. And I put the leaf in the middle and so we could sand it down all at the same time. But as you can tell, the leaf was darker than the outer round part because he had stained it a light oak. Now, I was redoing this table for my friend and she wanted it like my entertainment center. I did not have any tools at this point. Now, I started this in August or late September, and she just got it literally last weekend. She got the entire table. I gave her the round part before, and I just took her the leaf. Now, my husband bought this sandblaster that you use walnut shells with. Never seen it before. He went online to find it, so he thought it would help me with my furniture. But let me tell you, the walnut shells were very expensive, and it takes a lot. And the holder for the walnut shells is not very big, and you have to like scoop them in. So he was just playing with it, trying to get the stain out of the grooves. And for my birthday, I actually got some woodworking tools to help with furniture refinishing that will get down in those grooves that will not cost a fortune. It was literally, I think, $9 or $10 for this tool to get down in there. But he bought the walnut shells and thought it would be great to refinish furniture with. But it was actually pretty expensive. I mean, it worked really good. You can tell it got down in the grooves, but man, the walnut shelves kind of jammed up in the gun. And anyway, I don't know that I'll ever use it, but whatever. He got a new toy out of the deal. So I'm just showing you here that he's sandblasting the round part because we didn't want the round part to lose its shape, obviously. And then all we have to do now is just lightly sand it. I mean, it was pretty cool, but at the same time, expensive and not very practical. Okay, so this table has been through a few people, and I gave it to my son, and he let his girlfriend at the time paint it this purple color. Now, if you're a K-State fan, it might be an okay color, but anywho, not my color, and I was quite upset about it because they didn't ask. I did not say it was hers. I gave it to my son. Anyway, he moved out. I got the table back, and now I'm redoing it for my friend. And here I am. I used hot water and Dawn, and I'm in a brush, and I'm just scrubbing off the paint. So once I got that all off, I did lightly sand it, and then I primed it with some flat black primer. And I did this on the base and around the edge of the bottom of the table. See those claw feet? I love this table. Well, I loved it till I went to redo it, and then I just wanted to burn it. Okay, so then on the underneath part, I spray painted it black as well. And once I go over it with the white color, it really brings out the detail. It turns out gorgeous. Now the bottom part turns out gorgeous. That's the part that was easiest. Like I had that done in no time. It's the top part that gave me fits. So I'm just showing you I'm going around the edges. So I always paint everything. If I paint it upside down, then I'll turn it over and I will paint it right side up. Well, I started right side up, so now I'm painting it upside down because I wanted to make sure that I got all the little nooks and crannies and that there was no spots missed. Okay, now I'm going over it with a matte clear sealer, and I'm using the 2x Rust-Oleum spray because that's the fastest and the easiest. So I spray everything down, and I do give it 2 good coats of this because I want that black to be good and sealed for when I put on the top coat. I do not want that black to rub off or get blended in with the other paint or anything like that. So I'm also going around the edge of the bottom edge of the table, and now I'm showing you that I'm using this all-in-one cashmere color, and it's kind of a creamy white color. It's very beautiful. And the reason I like this all-in-one paint is because it's a primer, paint, and sealer all in one. So you really don't have to seal it, even though I do go back over it with some sealer. I really, really like it for furniture paint. And it's thick. It's like Annie Sloan paint, but it doesn't like when you get it wet, it doesn't smear or move or anything like that. But you do have to stir it really, really well. And that's what I'm showing you here. Like it's a good, thick, nice paint and it has excellent coverage. And you do have to stir it very well. This is not sponsored. I purchased this paint all on my own. And I actually bought, well, I didn't buy, I got a free sample. I don't know, I saw an ad on Facebook or something like that. I got a free sample and I was like, oh my gosh, that little sample went so, like I painted a whole bench with the little sample. And I believe it was like an 8-ounce sample. And I was like, I'm going to buy some more of that. So they have sales all the time. And I decided I'm going to buy some of that. So I have purchased 4 different colors of their paint, and I have purchased 4 different colors of their gel stain. And their gel stain, I just got little, I believe they're little 8-ounce jars, and I really liked it. I think I used it in a previous video here recently, and I really, really liked the stain. I've never used gel stain before, but I really liked it. So anyway, all right, I'm going over and I'm stirring it. So I already did the table and now I'm stirring it again because I want to make sure that I get good coverage and you got to keep it mixed up because you don't want that paint or the primer or the sealer to or the what is it? The primer and the top coat. You don't want that to settle at the bottom. You want a nice even coverage. So I do go over the base and the bottom of the table twice. I give it 2 good coats and then I distress. But right now I'm just showing you that I am painting the bottom of the table and the base. And you can see just 1 coat is really, really good coverage. And I am just putting on very little paint on my brush, honestly, because I want the first coat to be a good light coat and I want it to dry really, really well. And I'm just showing you like this is 1 coat and here I am, I'm putting on another coat. And I think I'm using my Annie Sloan brush. No, I think I'm just using a cheap brush from Walmart. It's one of the round brushes, so but I really liked it. I like those brushes. But anyway, there's a brush hair in there. I'm just showing you the coverage that it gives. Nice, nice coverage. But I want it to have a really good, solid 2 coats because I'm going to distress it here. So now I'm just showing you I'm finishing up the top. So I had painted it upside down, and now I'm painting it right side up because I want to make sure that I get all the little nooks and crannies. I love those claw feet. I love this table. It was gorgeous. I had it for many years. It's a nice, solid table. Now, this is something that I would have sold in my booth for 200 or more. As many hours as I have in it, I made absolutely $0. All right, guys, today is Third Thursday Thrift Flips, and Elizabeth and I host this every third Thursday of the month. This month, our co host is Lisa from Lovin's the Life. So go over and visit their channels. I will have their channels as well as the playlist linked down below in my description box, as well as pinned in my comments. So I hope you enjoy these thrift flip videos and the playlist, and I cannot wait to see what everybody made. I am so excited. All right, so now I'm just showing you that I stained this table with ebony stain, and as you can see, some of the spots did not take. Now, the middle part was beautiful, but the round part did not take in spots. It's very splotchy. I did 3 coats of the ebony. I even went and bought new ebony stain, and it still would not take. I don't know what is going on with the table, but as you can see, I've distressed the base. I've distressed the bottom around the table, the skirting, and I am trying to get the top done. I couldn't get it to take the color. So this is what has given me the fits. I don't know what to do. All right, guys, if you're returning, I want to thank you so much. And if you're new here, I hope you will consider subscribing and following me over on my social media.
Okay, today we're gonna finish this table. This is a leaf that goes to a table that I've been working on for way too long. It literally has been the worst experience redoing furniture of my life. I have sanded it. I tried to stain it. It would not take the stain. I resanded it. I tried different kinds of stain. I tried mixing the stain in top coat. I've tried everything that I know how to try. I finally got to the middle part. Was not an issue, actually. It took the stain beautifully, how it was supposed to, and it took the top coat beautifully. The only issue I'm having now is lint. I have sanded it down a couple times to get the little fibers, little hairs. I used a brand new brush to put on the clear coat, still got lint and hairs. And I've used tack cloth, I have used microfiber, I have used everything I know to use, and I still get some lint. So the perfectionist in me is about to pull my hair out. There you go. Okay, so I have and they want the table high gloss, which is also crazy. I'm just like, I'm never doing high gloss again. The sides and the bottom is matte, and the top is high gloss. So, yeah, I'm never doing high gloss again, ever, 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 ever in my life, okay? Anyway, so now I have the sponge applicator, and we are going to try the sponge. And if this doesn't work and keep the lint free and the hairs and little fibers off this table, I'm done. I'm chucking it, I'm done. I'm just literally done. It's gorgeous, and I love how it turned out, but all the little fibers and stuff, about to give me a freaking nervous breakdown, okay? So let's put the clear coat on this table. By the way, I put clear coat in my squeeze bottles. Don't do that. It didn't work. When I went to squeeze it out, it went everywhere. Just squirt everywhere. So I'm gonna try to use the rest out of here and be done. But not on this table, because this is way too much for that.
Okay, so when I said I had mixed the stain with the top coat, that was not accurate. I actually mixed black paint with the top coat to try to get the paint to, she wanted it darker. The ebony stain was gorgeous on the leaf, but it was not gorgeous on the table by itself. So she wanted it painted black. So I went and got some black. I sanded that down and I went and got some black latex, which worked better, but it still was not adhering to the table. It wasn't covering the table like it should, and it was actually Rust-Oleum paint that I used. And then I mixed the black latex with the polyacrylic top coat, and that didn't work. It just didn't look good. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and so everybody else was like, "Oh no, that's gorgeous," and I'm like, "No, that looks like crap." It did turn out gorgeous, and the sponge did work, so I had to go buy new microfiber cloth. I bought a new sponge. Anyway, I went and bought all new products. It actually finally turned out.
Okay, so that's gonna level out, and I think we're done. Use a sponge. I'm done messing with it. 1,000 hours into this one project. Ridiculous.
All right, guys, don't forget to go over and visit the playlist, Elizabeth at Rustic Chicks Designs and Lisa at Levens the Life. And I will have their channels as well as the playlist linked down below in my description box. Now let's get to this final reveal. You're going to have to stick around and see a sneak peek of our booth. We just moved to a new location. So tell me, what do you think about this table? Would you have done high gloss or would you have done a matte? I was personally going to go with a matte finish on the top. I just thought that was gorgeous. And when she came over, she said no, she wanted it glossy. So I went and I had to buy some high gloss polyurethane because I don't do anything in high gloss. So here it is in her house. You can see yourself in it. It's like a mirror finish. I love the distressing on the bottom. Tell me what you think. I feel like this is so farmhouse. I absolutely love it. Now this top coat, I actually had to go over and sand down and redo it. They had got some water on it and there was a scratch. And so I went over, sanded it down, redid it, put 2 coats of polyurethane on it again, and warned her, do not set anything on it. It has to cure. So no matter what top coat you use, it needs to cure. It needs cure time. I thought I had left it at my house long enough, but honestly, I needed it gone. So now here it is after I've redone it 3 times. In her house with the leaf, absolutely gorgeous. You can see yourself in it. Now we don't have it pushed together because the leaf still needs to cure. And like I said, I have been working on this table since August. There was a few weeks I was just over it. I just couldn't bring myself to even touch it because I was just over it. Now here's our new booth. Well, not our new booth, but we got a new space in the same place. And we moved up closer to the front. It is actually air conditioned in this part of the building where we were. It was super hot back there. Every summer, we would always sweat our butts off trying to redo the booth and clean it and all that stuff, reset it. It just, it takes time and it takes some energy. And I don't want to be back there sweating. I'd rather be up in the air conditioning, comfortable while I'm working. Anyway, I love the new space. Now, my sister's kind of a OCD grouper. She likes to group like things together. I like to mix it up, but I love how the booth turned out. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I love that we're on carpet instead of tile. And I just absolutely love how it turned out. Now, you got to look at this radio cabinet. I got that cabinet. I can't remember if I paid 15 or 20 bucks. I think it was $15, honestly. Um, and it's a web core, and it used to be like a stereo cabinet, and it has like gold felt inside. It is so cool. It reminds me of the 1970s, but it's got those glass doors, and how cool is that? How cool is that cabinet? The top opens up, and that's where your record player would be. And then the bottom is where you store your records or vinyls or whatever they call it. This is super cute. I love, love, love our new booth space. So tell me what you think and tell me what you think about the table. I am so curious to know.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to visit the playlist as well. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. It's almost Friday. For goodness sakes, I'm ready. Are you ready? I was ready on Monday. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.